Today we're going to review the use of the KPI Cloud Part column by Bamboo Solutions. Once you add the KPI Cloud Part to your app catalog and deploy it in your tenant, you will have two new web parts that you can add to a page. You'll have the ability to add the Bamboo KPI column configuration web part and the Bamboo KPI column display web part. First, we're going to talk about the column configuration web part. This web part allows you to set up your KPI columns initially, aka column configuration. So you want to pick your source list, where you're going to get your information from, and the view that you want to use. Then you're going to pick the destination list. This is the list where you want the KPI information to be spit out into. So we have that already created as well. And then you're going to either create a new column or you can edit columns that you've already created. So if you're going to create a new column, here's where you put the column name and the description. And then down here is the options that you have to create that KPI information. You can have the sum of the items in the list view, or you can create a calculated column. You can do a sum, you can do an average, a minimum, and a maximum, or you can calculate a percentage, and you can decide out of which view you want to calculate a percentage. After you've selected what you want the value in the column to be, down here you can create rules, which will decide which icon to display in your KPI column and what it will mean. And then down here you can decide which values you want to show. This is obvious. And then you can change the labels of each of these values. Then you hit save and your column will be created. If you're wanting to update an existing column, however, you just go up to this area up here that we went over earlier that says column, and you would just click an existing column and it will populate with the settings you have for that existing column, and then you can just manipulate them to be updated however you need them to be. Going down to the KPI column display web part, from here we just select the list that has a KPI column in it, and then you can select multiple KPI columns. Once you've done that, you hit done and it'll pop up and you can see your existing KPI information for those columns and actually the information that's being displayed in that destination list. So in case you don't want to navigate to that list, this is a quick way to see that, and also this is a quick way to kind of sort through your data. You can hide information really quickly or display it really quickly as needed. And of course, if you want to see this information, you can always go to the destination list that you created for your KPI column to be created inside. So we're just going to navigate over there really quick. And here you go. Here's all that information, but it's in your destination list. So you can view this information with that web part, or you can view it directly in this list. So that was a super brief overview of what the KPI column can do. Obviously the configurations that we set up were super simple just for demo purposes, but it can show way more complex information than that. If you're interested in more information on this product or any of our other products, you can just navigate over to www.bamboosolutions.com.